The current strategic priorities for the IPA are as follows: to develop the internationalization of the IPA membership, avoiding isolation at the local level and fostering scientific and institutional contacts at an international and interregional level. The main tools for achieving this, besides the IPA congresses, are the interregional working parties and work groups and the scientific activities of the IPA committees that form the lifeblood of our organization. For example, as part of our continuing support for the role of the CAPSA program, we have asked the committee to look at how they can encourage the more isolated societies to apply. Another key part of our internationalization strategy involves collaborating with the regional federations in a spirit of reciprocal interinstitutional freedom and respect. One important tool for international connection and interchange will be the new e-journal, the result of a joint venture between the IPA and the regional federations, with the aim of connecting psychoanalysts from all over the world and encouraging the sharing of psychoanalytic ideas across linguistic and geographical barriers. To reconnect the psychoanalytic world with the area of the mental health services and the university training institutes in that field. We are working to reopen the dialogue and create opportunities for scientific debate and sharing of ideas between these two areas in order to break down barriers and overcome any difficulties. It is important to recognize the huge reciprocal benefits that can be reaped from an appropriate collaboration, given that the new pathologies that frequently present themselves in our consultation rooms can often require periods of pharmacological support and, in some cases, even hospitalization. To develop, through the IPA Encyclopedic Dictionary of Psychoanalysis, a tool for the study and conceptualization of the incredibly rich variety of psychoanalytic ideas, theories, and terms formulated by the various schools which make up the psychoanalytic culture in the different regions. The goal is for the Encyclopedic Dictionary to become a reference tool not only for psychoanalysts, but also for psychotherapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, and students of those disciplines. Designed to be a work in progress in continual evolution, it aims to provide a truly up-to-date representation of our scientific and cultural heritage. To monitor education and training in the different countries, at the community level through exchanges based on intervision, in order to carry forward a continuous reflection on the models used to train new psychoanalysts. The study of these models, their evolution and their possible variations must not be merely abstract. Instead, it should be achieved through shared knowledge and debate about the experiences of the different societies, with the aim of improving the quality of training and its compatibility with the realities of our world today, without compromising on the highest quality standards. To carry forward research and training in the area of child and adolescent psychoanalysis, also taking care of the integrated training pathway that is designed to allow new analysts to gain a wider expertise right from the beginning of their training. This area has huge potential for development and plays a fundamentally important role in improving the conditions of present and future generations of children and their caregivers who are in need of help. While the contribution of psychoanalysis to the mental health field in general is of enormous value, we believe that there is a desperate need for this in the treatment of children and adolescents in particular, and that this calls us to our fundamental duty as adults and analysts to provide this help. To strengthen the research area and continue to improve and valorize the flow of information, both inside and outside the IPA, about its activities and the results achieved. There is a lack of knowledge, not only among the general public, but also among doctors and even some psychoanalysts themselves, about the evidence on the comparative efficacy of psychoanalytic treatment that has emerged from studies carried out by many research centers. It is vital that we spread out these findings, which all too frequently remain confined to just a few expert scholars. To study the connection between psychoanalysis and the law, where the contribution of psychoanalysts already plays an important role at various levels in many branches of the legal system in various countries. In many parts of the world, psychoanalysts work as consultants or experts for law courts, advising on issues relating to families, couples, separations, child custody, and foster care and adoption, as well as in the field of criminology. To foster the development of potentially enriching cultural exchanges between the psychoanalytical community and the outside world, through the media, publications, and the organization of and participation in important cultural events. Psychoanalysts have always nurtured a keen interest in culture and a passion for dialogues with other disciplines. Our Psychoanalysis and Culture Committee has for many years been organizing panels and publications of enormous cultural value, and we will continue to support their creative exchanges with intellectuals in various fields. In our role as a non-governmental organization, NGO, the IPA is in contact through its committees with important international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Health Organization. In this context, the IPA can play a highly qualified role, and one of our priorities is to strengthen our active participation in these areas. Another priority for the IPA is to foster the progressive expansion of psychoanalysis in new countries. The institutional resources used to do this are allied centers, study groups, the creation of new societies, and, where necessary, the creation of regional training institutes in partnership with the regional federations. To facilitate a harmonious development of future societies, we have formed a task force on institutional issues with the task of studying group dynamics and the difficulties that frequently emerge in societies and organizations, with the aim of reducing institutional turbulence and the frequent and destructive phenomenon of splitting societies. Last, but by no means least, one of our top priorities is to develop the newly restructured communications area, both within our organization to make the IPA more meaningful and closer to its members, and outside the IPA, so as to promote psychoanalysis to a wider audience, to improve their knowledge and understanding, and guide them in approaching and contacting us. The Public Communication Committee, the Membership Communication Services Committee, the Website Editorial Board, the Image Task Force, and Social Media Task Force all have a vital role to play in bringing psychoanalysis closer to the general public and making IPA a true meeting place and shared home for its members. We hope that you will support us in working towards these vital objectives with the aim of strengthening psychoanalysis and realizing the full potential of our great association. Thank you.